Hello everyone, welcome to today's tutorials. I'll be teaching you everything you need to know about navigating the Simsak website. Simsak is an all-in-one monetization platform for creators like you. So if this is your first time or you've been asking questions about how to navigate the website, this video is for you. Let's get right into it. First things first, if you do not have an account, you can start for free. So what you have to do is to input your full name, your email, password, and then create an account. But if you already have an account, then sign in. So just like I do, I already have an account, so we're just going to sign in. Okay, so when you sign in, the first thing you're going to see is your dashboard. So your dashboard basically shows you everything, all of your performance at a glance. As you can see, it shows you your total revenue, your products, your customers, and your orders, right? It shows you everything. So I'm going to show you how to navigate all of our features. First things first, products. So if you have a product that you want to sell, you're going to click on add new product. So here you can see the variety of products that we have. If your product is a PDF, a Google Drive link, a video course, a Google Meet or webinar, software or design assets, service package, booking an appointment, digital file. So let's assume that our product is a PDF. So you click on PDF, scroll down, and then let's choose a title because this is a demo. So let's say the title of our PDF is how to make millions. Right? So after writing the title, then you put a short description so your customers can understand what the product is for. So this is an ebook that teaches you how to make millions. So after putting or imputing your description, you can choose to add a cover image just so your customers can see what your product looks like. So let's just add a random image. Great. Then continue to content. So now for the content part, what you have to do is to add your PDF, since that's the product type that we're going for. So we can add this PDF here. Great. So after adding your PDF, you can choose to add a URL just in case you want this product to be redirected to your website, or whatever URL, or maybe a social media, whatever it is. Just impute it here. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but if you do have a website or somewhere else you want your customers to go after purchasing your product, you can add it here. But since I don't, we can continue to pricing. So when you come to pricing, there are different options for choosing how to sell to your customer. So you can choose either to do a free product, right? Or if your product is not free, you can add a price. So let's say it's 100,000 naira. So you can add a price here. You can add a discount here if you want, but if you don't have a discount, that's fine. You can add discount code if you want your customers to use a discount code, but then for this demo I'm going to use a free product. Okay, before we do that, here's another feature: pay what you want. So this feature was created to help you and your customer negotiate a price, right? That's if you want your customers to do that. But if you don't want to, then it's fine. You don't have to use the option. So for this particular example, we're going to use a free product. So after I've selected the free product, next thing I'm going to do is to hit publish. So you can review it if you want to check if there are errors or if you need to add any corrections. But if you don't, publish your product. So our product is getting published. Voila, it's almost done. Great. So our product has been published. So our product is now live, so you can preview on the products page to see how the product looks like. Okay, so it's that this is going to show you how the product looks like and how your customers would view the product. So as you can see, how to make millions as the title. It shows that it's free because that was the pricing category we chose. Then yes, this is how your customers are going to see it, and so they can click on get it for free. Here they get to input their name, email address, WhatsApp number to get access to the product. I hope that was easy to understand. And then you can also go to your product to see it's displayed for you. So this part is for you, the creator. This shows you all of your products, you know, how they look like. If you want to edit it or change something, you can. Here's an editing settings, so you can come back here to check. You know, the total net revenue that you've made. Shows you orders, shows you the amount of people that viewed the product, you know, conversion rates based on, you know, your buyers, your orders, and your views. Yeah, so here this also shows you your link, the link to your store, if you want it to appear like this, or if you want a shorter link, you can copy it here and then share with your customers, right? Then if you want to edit the details, you can go ahead and edit using this edit details. So you can edit general information, your description, whatever you want to edit, right? This gives you access to edit every single thing. So let's go back to products. And outside of editing your particular product, right, if you want a storefront settings, because your store has all of your products that you've sold or you're still selling, right, so you can come over here. If you want your storefront to have a particular look or design that your customers can see, so you can add a banner image here if you want to. Let's try that. Let's just use a random image. Okay. Okay. Then, if we want to have a profile image, let's just use a random, you know, photo. So you can add a bio description to how your storefront should look. Let's just add something random, and then save storefront design. So the next feature we're going to explore is bookings. So outside of selling product to your customers, another thing you can do with Simsak is to book appointments with your clients and customers. So this section helps you create a schedule that your customer can see, or that your customer can book. It shows you your active bookings, right? So for example, on Monday you can select the time you'll be available, right, for an appointment. So you can do that for Tuesday, Wednesday, and throughout the entire week. And you can change your time zone. So if you're not in Africa or Nigeria, you can choose a suitable time zone specific for you or your customers. Then you save your schedule. So that's easy. Using Simsak is really easy. Every single thing is easy to use and easy to find. So the next feature we're going to be exploring is donations. This is one of my favorite features. So for donations, if you're looking to get audience support as a creator, you know, or crowdfunding for a particular project that you're working on, you can use this particular section to create links that you can send to your audience for support. So let's try creating a new link. Okay, so let's see, this donation I want, or this campaign that I want, is to help me get a new camera. So you have to input the campaign title, then the description. You know, you have to tell them something compelling that helps them understand why they are helping you. So let's just input something random, and then you can add media to show them the kind of camera that you want to get, how it looks like, right? After doing that, you can also enable a goal campaign. So if you have like a targeted amount, you can write it here so that, you know, your audience can see the amount and then support you, or they can also see, you know, the progress of the campaign. But if you don't want to do that, you can turn it off. That's optional. Then you can write a thank you message to show them what or how much their support means to you. So just, you know, let's just write something random. And then you can also attach a digital reward, you know. So if your customers give you something, they need something in return, not all the time, but if you want to, you can add a digital reward, maybe a discount to your product, or a certificate of participation, or a thank you note, whatever you choose. You can just attach it to this digital reward, and it's optional. So after doing that, you can publish your campaign. So if you publish your campaign, you can see it here, and if you need to edit something, you can use the edit button. So here's the link. You can copy the link and share, but let's preview it so we can see how it looks like. So this is how it looks like, right? Help me get a new camera. So this is how your audience and your customers and fans would see the campaign, so they can go ahead to contribute, add their details, and help you get a new camera. So the next feature we're going to explore, the bio links. So the bio links is where you can create and manage multiple links for your audience, ranging from social media link, new project link, you know, whatever link, anything. It's just similar to like a link in bio, right? But then it's quite different because it's Simsak. So here's how to create a link. Click on create a link, then give your link a name. Let's say all of my books, and then you can also give it a slug name, all of my books. Okay, so after doing that, this is where you preview how the link looks like. So you can go ahead if you want to edit your profile, if you want to call it resources, depending on, you know, what the link category is. So after doing that, you just write a short bio description of the link section. Let's say explore and buy my books, for example. So this here shows the preview and how all of your links are going to be arranged and how they will look like based on your selection. So here you can add a block. So you can add a block of your existing products. So we had the products, so you can just choose from your list of products, right, and then add it to your bio. You can add another block, maybe an external link if you have social media or a website or any URL you can use here. You can also use here specifically for social media, you know, any platform, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. So just add that here. And you can also add your buy me a coffee link. The buy me a coffee link gives your audience the opportunity to give you a tip, right, for the good work that you're doing. So you can add the link to buy me a coffee. So this is how it's going to look like. So if you add multiple links, you're going to see the preview in this section. So now you can update your bio and make it public. After doing that, you can copy the link over here and then share with your audience. So that's very easy to navigate, very simple. So the next category here is the audience category. So for the audience category, we're going to look at customers. So this customers section shows you the total amount of customers that you have, right? So it shows the total amount of customers you have, message credits that you have. I'm going to explain this right about now. So in this category, you can send personalized messages, bulk messages, or SMS. But for now, just the bulk email is available. So you can buy credits and send emails to your customers. So depending on what you want to send. Let's use this for example. So you can just go ahead and write your subject. Say remind and then you can write the message you want to send, right? And then just send. Super easy to navigate. And then if you have more customers that are not on the website, you can easily import a CSV containing all of the recipients you want to send the message to, and then send to them. And if you want to top up your credits, just in case your credit is exhausted, if you want to top up your credits, use the top up credits over here. Write an amount that you want to add to your message credits and then pay. So you can either pay using a wallet method or card transfer and top up your credits. So this particular section shows all of your customer base. As you can see, the products that they bought, their names, emails, phone number, all of the details that you need to know, how much was purchased to how many. And then lastly, if you want to export your customer base, you can do that by clicking here and it downloads. But if you want to import more customers into your customer base right here on the website, just click import, choose upload a document, and that's it. So the next section we're going to explore is the newsletter section. So this newsletter section helps you send a newsletter basically. So you can send a newsletter to your audience, telling them or sharing an announcement or an update. The send history on your emails or newsletter appears here to show you all of the emails or messages that you sent previously. So here's your link. If you want them to subscribe to your newsletter so they can wait for updates or get messages when you send them, you can also send, copy this link and send to them so they subscribe directly to your newsletter, right? So the next section is finance. Let's look at the wallet. So the wallet shows you your earnings and transactions. So here you can see your available balance, your withdrawable balance, total incoming, your transactions based on sales, donations, tips. As you can see here, buy me a coffee. And you can see all of the transaction history from your customers in this dashboard. Request your payouts. So if you want your money to get converted into your bank account, just request payouts. Fill this, agree, and then request payouts. And money goes straight to your bank account. Now let's explore transaction history. So transaction history shows you all of your purchases, sales, product title, customer name, every single thing that you need to know about your transaction with your customers, right? So this shows you, helps you track your revenue, right? As you can see, total revenue milestone shows you your growth as a creator based on the sales that you make and your transaction with your customers and clients. And lastly, we have the settings section. Settings basically help you set up your account. So from your profile to your consulting services, your payments and commission, your storefront, security and access, every single thing that you need to edit or control, you have it in this section. As you can see, Simsak is fast, reliable, and easy to use, intentionally created to help you navigate selling to your customers, building a community, and making money. So if you haven't registered or you have an account and you haven't started using it, this is your cue to start using Simsak.